Hello everyone, this is Mr. Alberonen here again, and this is just a little combo guide for Lily. She's a relatively simple character when it comes to combos, but it's still good to know what you should go for after your very common hits you'll be getting. So after our little lights, like our light kicks or our light punches, you can really easily chain together 3 of them, whether it's with 2 kicks or 2 punches together, or even just 3 punches. She can really easily link 3 of them. But unfortunately, unless you have a Windclad stock, the best thing you can really do is 2 lights into a heavy DP, into your heavy Condor Spire, which will give you plus frames, after which you can go for strike or throw. So that's a really good simple setup you can get just off of any light confirm. Punch punch, DP, Condor Spire, should hit pretty meaty. Or you just totally whiff it. As you see there, it's +4, so I can go for an unmashable throw. If I do end up doing 3 punches, I am kind of in a good range to go for a light DP. I mean, not a light DP, a light Mexican Typhoon command grab. So if I do accidentally do 3 of them and I push them far away, I'm like, oh, I can't combo off of this. Hey, just use the plus frames to go for a command grab. But if you do have a Windclad stock up, which you should hopefully have most of the time, then you can do any combination of 3 lights into your light Condor Spire, and that'll give you a nice corner carry and knockdown where you can dash in and go for strike throw. And if you are a little closer to your opponent, you can actually use the medium version of your Condor Spire, which does actually give you enough advantage to charge up your Condor Wind and still be plus, so you can go for strike throw after building up your Windclad stock after ending your combo. So she gets a lot of plus frames after this. Now, that's after her light attacks. After her mediums, most of her medium attacks are just pokes that can't be cancelled, and she's just using them to keep the opponent at bay. But if you do drive rush them, unfortunately, you don't really get such great combos. So what I do recommend you do, and this applies to your lights as well, is she has the ability to just cancel her lights, dash cancel into a light, and then into standing medium kick into a DP. And then you're in the exact same situation we were in before, where you get your plus frames, a nice amount of corner carry, and a knockdown. Off of your heavies, basically any of your heavy punches, you can drive rush cancel into another back heavy punch, and then you've got the plus frames to go for your medium kick into your DP again, and this is kind of the main drive rush combo you're going to be going for. So this into this. Works really well, does a nice chunk of damage, and it ends in the heavy DP, so we can go for the exact same Oki we were going for before. Now this is also good if you're like not entirely certain if your opponent is gonna get hit by your button, because if you go for drive rush into backwards heavy punch, as you can see, it is also plus on block, and you're in the perfect range, guess what, to go for Mexican Typhoon. So it's a really good drive rush button, either to just use in neutral, or in combos to extend. Now, after a drive impact, I think the best thing to do is just to go back heavy punch into down back heavy punch, because you get a nice knockdown that pushes the opponent away, you build up one of your Windclad stocks, and you're plus enough to dash in and be in range for, guess what, Mexican Typhoon, or other strike throws. So, simple combo. It's good to have a simple combo that, you know, doesn't mess up, and if you do want to go into a level 3, you just do back heavy punch into down back medium punch, so the opponent remains on the floor. That way we can combo to level 3. To combo into level 2, you can do basically any of your heavies into the OD version, which can easily cancel into level 2 and do tons of damage. And to combo to level 1, you can really use it as a little hit confirm after your little pokies. And that's kind of all in the corner. You can get some extensions after your Condor Spires by going into your DP afterwards, but there's also the ability of, or the utility of not going into the DP and using the plus frames to build up your Windclad stock. As you can see, I'm still plus in the opponent's face. I think you can be up to +3 depending on how early you do it. And I build a Windclad stock, and I can still go for command grab or strike throw however I like. So I get to knock the opponent down, maintain my useful resources, and still go for Oki. which I think is personally the better option than taking a little bit of extra damage with the DP. Just a note on the DP, if you do the EX DP, you can also cancel it into her dive kick, which takes 4 drive gauges, but does a lot of damage after a anti-air. And honestly, that's about all there is for combos. If you have your Wingclad stocks up, everything becomes a lot more simple because you'll basically just be doing anything into your Condor Spires. Your pokes easily go into it. It leads to a great knockdown where you can dash up and just have lots of plus frames to go for strike throw or build resources however you like. And any of your mediums or heavies can combo into the heavy Condor Spire. And you can kind of just do this really willy-nilly, because if it connects, then great, I've got a great knockdown, or I can go for strike throw. But also, if it doesn't connect and the opponent blocks it, well then you're just left, what, +1 in their face? Which, once again, goes into strike throw. So basically everything she does can put her into the exact situation she wants to be, and it's very, very simple to do so. And that's honestly all. Just one quick note, after you do land the command grab, you get pushed very far away, so what I do recommend you do is just drive rush in into a sweep, heavy kick, or forwards heavy punch, because these are moves that, as you can see, really carry the drive rush momentum. It's like she's ice skating when she presses this. She just slides across the screen, and that doesn't happen with many of her other buttons. See, if I do something like this, she just kind of instantly stops. So after you do a command grab, just dash in for a sweep, forwards heavy punch, or heavy kick. As you can see, it hits pretty meaty, is relatively safe, and if they got hit by it, they would get knocked down. And the forwards heavy punch one is a little less meaty. See, they could technically interrupt it if they had a long reaching poke, but I think that's pretty unlikely. But what's good about this is that forwards heavy punch is drive rush cancelable, so I could extend the combo if I do notice they get hit by it. Into this drive rush combo we were just talking about before. And that is essentially all the comboage you need to know with Lily. It's pretty simple, but as long as you go into these things from the different hits, you're gonna have a great time, and you're gonna get a lot of Mexican typhoons. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this guide. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!